everybody, welcome back to the channel for another video. We're going to do a get ready with me. I've got some errands to be run today and more likely this evening after dinner, but we're going to go ahead and get dressed, get my makeup on for the day. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a long video probably, so you might want to stop and get you a drink or a snack or whatever and then come back. But yeah, all right, so let's do it, shall we? My name is Gloria. Welcome to the channel. So happy you're here. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So happy you guys are here. All right, so let's do this. I've got all my skincare on. I do not have my eye primer on yet. That's what I need to put on. What am I going to use today? I think I'm going to try that I got off of Amazon, this eyeshadow primer. Got some new ones, but we'll do this one today. Put some eye primer on first. So how are you guys doing? It's Friday, yay, it's Friday. I am happy that it is Friday. Got any plans for the weekend? Well, my husband's working today, so after dinner tonight, we're going to go into Walmart and buy a few things. And then tomorrow, we're going to go to the next town over, which is a much bigger town because we live in a little small town. Well, we live out in the country, but the town closest to us is a little small town. But we're going to go over to the next town over, which is a bigger town. We're going to do a little shopping, eat some lunch, and I got to go to Sam's, spend a fortune at Sam's. But I only go to Sam's once a month, once every other month. Oh Lord, that's a lot, isn't it? We're gonna have to blend that out. And so yeah, we got to do that tomorrow, and then Sunday we'll probably just stay around the house. Probably stay around the house. Let's see. Let's do a little blending on this. A little much, but yeah. Other than that, that's it, because it's still hot here. But you know, next week they're saying that it's going to be in the low 80s, high to low 80s. I'll take it any day of the week. I'm sick and tired of this 100+ degree weather. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. All right. So we got that on. We'll put the base on later. We're going to do the eyes first. And so, you know, I showed you my video where I had all the palettes I had pulled to use in August and September for some fall looks. So I pulled one of those. And it's the Cosmic Brushes Neutrals palette, which I think is so pretty. Very fall. Definitely a fall palette. So we're going to do that today. Because, you know, I want fall to come. I know some people don't. They love summer, but I hate summer. It's too hot here in the summer for me. Way too hot. All right, let's get going with this, shall we? I think, what do I want to do first? I think I'm going to kind of stay into the browns and maybe use some of this olivey color here, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. But, you know, it could change as we go. I think I'm going to start off with this bear right here. We're going to start off with that one and put that in the crease. And it's hot, so hold on, I've got to turn on the fan. Hopefully it won't be too loud, but it's hot here. Okay, so we're going to start off with that bear. Let me find out find me a brush to use. Just use a fluffy brush. This is an AOA Studio E103 brush. I don't know. I don't use my brushes for what they're for. I use them for how I want to use them. All right, so let's just get started with this, shall we? So we're just going to put this in the crease and kind of in the transition area, just kind of all up in here. See, I'm already sweating. I may have to turn, you know what? I may need to turn my overhead fan on. Hold on. All right, so yeah, so we're just gonna put this here, kind of blend it. I just tap it in first before I start blending because I do have, you know, crepey eyelids, and if you put it in and just start trying to go back and forth, it's gonna be spotty and patchy. But I find if I tap it in, pretty much regardless of any eyeshadow I use, if I tap it in first and then blend it, I don't have that problem. Okay, let's do the other eye. Blend it in, kind of tap it in. And once I get it, then I'll swirl it around and blend it. All right, well, like that, I think. Okay, now, see, I'm hot. Now I'm gonna go in that's a dark, no, that's a black. Okay, I'm gonna go in with, I think, this Classy here to kind of start deepening that up a little bit. I'm gonna use the same brush. Just kind of deepen that up some. Like that, and then just kind of blend it. I'm not gonna put too much. So yeah, this is, I think I own 3 cosmic brushes, palettes. I own one, the 'Tis the Season, this Neutrals. I can't remember what the other one is. I know with all the tariffs starting, they're going to shut down shipping to the United States, all these indie brands overseas. And I thought about getting the Smolder palette before they did, but then I thought, you know, I don't need it. I have a ton of palettes, and I have those colors in palettes, I'm sure. I am sure. All right, let's put it on the other side. Okay, now I blend it with a different brush. Let's see. Where is mine? I have a lot of, I suppose I have too many brushes, but you know, to me, you can never have too many brushes. Okay, we're just gonna use this AOA E101. I'm just gonna use that for blending purposes today. Why not? All right, let's see, that's not bad, is it? That's not bad. So, what have you all been doing for the summer? You know, we were supposed to do a lot of traveling. We're supposed to do some traveling and different things. Yeah, well, then my husband was supposed to be semi-retired, right? I mean, yeah. But then he got some big job offers, and he ain't gonna turn down the money because it's good money. So we ended up not doing as much. We did some things. I mean, we did a little bit of day trips and stuff, you know, but we didn't do anything overnight yet. Hopefully this fall we're gonna get to do something. I hope. We'll see. All right, now I want to do something on the outer corner to kind of, you know what I'm trying to say? I can't even think. I'm gonna use this delicate, this darker brown right here. I'm gonna use that. Find a brush I want to use. I don't want a smaller brush. Maybe this one or this one. Which one? Let's see. Well, we'll use this one, which is a Luna Magic brush. We'll try this one, see what it does. That delicate, that darker brown. So yeah, so I'm hoping that this fall we can do something. When you're self-employed, when you have a husband who is self-employed, it is really hard to get them to take off. Even though my husband he could fully retire if he wanted to, but yeah. But he doesn't. He won't. Do some blending now. Okay, this kind of, what do I want to say? My words, I cannot think of my words today. Define that. A little bit more definition. Kind of make the eyes, see, stand out a little bit better. There's a word, and I can't think of it right now. Oh, Lord help me. Maybe a little bit more here. All right. Now, I want to use a shimmer. What do I want to use for a shimmer? You know, I want to do something I don't normally do. I am going to take this Juvia's Place brush, and I'm going to take this olivey green gentle right here. I'm going to take some of that, the tip of the brush, and I'm going to put that right there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it all over my lid. And then I'm going to do something different. I'm going to put that all over the lid. Like that. A little bit of fallout. I think it's the brush that I'm using that causing that. Put it over here. Like that. Then we're going to do something a little different that I normally really don't do. I'm going to take this Luxe color, this green shimmer color here, and I'm going to put that on my finger. And their shimmers are very creamy, so you have to be careful. Put that on my finger. I'm going to put that over that green matte one, just to see what it looks like. Why not? Pretty. I think it's pretty. Do a little blending. Get a different brush for blend. Another blend brush to blend with. I have one brush that I like to use, and I cannot find it for whatever reason today. Okay, well, so we'll just use another AOA brush. That's pretty. I need to turn on I don't even have my ring light on. There we go. Sorry about that. That's pretty. I like that. That is pretty. All right, let's do it on the other eye. Looks like that. Kind of a goldy, olivey green color. Do a little blending. Let's right there. Okay. Wow, that's pretty. It's dark though, isn't it? But it's pretty. All right, now I'm gonna, let's see, what does this color look like? Oh, no, that's another gold. Look at this color. Radiant here. It looks white, doesn't it? But when you swatch it, it's that color. Okay. All right, I want to use something. There's nothing in this palette that I want to use for the inner corner, the inner part. I don't think this one will work. Nope. All right, so I'm done with this palette. I need to find something to do here. Look at one of my other. No. Let me find something. Let's look at, I don't know, the Too Faced Born This Way. I don't know if it has anything that I would go with this or not in it. Let's just check it out. Well, we've got this color. Okay, all right, I'm gonna use this color. It's called, this is the Too Faced Born This Way Natural Nudes. I'm gonna use the, what is this color? Glistening Snow out of this palette. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to take this AOA brush, E123. I'm going to put some of that on that brush, and I'm going to go in right here. And that doesn't go. Okay, that's not going to work either. Scratch that. Okay, hold on, let me find something. So I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution palette, the Reloaded palette. There's no shade names, but I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm using that. I tried it, and I like that. So I'm going to use that. Blend. I like that. I like that. All right, let's do the other side. So, yeah. It has been so stinking hot here. It's unreal. My husband and my oldest son works with my husband. And they were in construction, and so they've had a big outside job to do. And that's what they've been working on. And it's been hot. It's been very hot for them. Very hot. My youngest son works in heat and air, HVAC, and he works for a company over in the next big town over. And it's been really hot for them, too. We do a lot of new construction, so there's no heat and air in those, or no air in those buildings yet. Because that's what they're doing, is putting it in, right? All right. Okay, I'm going to leave the eyes alone for now. That's the main part of the eyes, the main part. But I'm going to do some finessing here in a little bit. But let's work on the base now, shall we? I'm going to use my Complex Culture Filter Out Anti-Pollution Face Primer. I'm going to use some of that. But yeah... So, I don't know, but tonight we would go in and get things that I don't buy. I don't buy my produce at Sam's because I don't like the looks of it. So I'll buy that at Walmart. And we use the Eggland's Best Eggs, and they don't have that at our Sam's, so I'll buy that at Walmart. And my milk. Things of that nature. And then I'm sure I'll go look at the makeup. I need to get another, what is it? Of course I can't find it. Another eyelash primer. Because the one I have, oh, here it is. The L'Oreal Voluminous Base Eyelash Primer is about empty, and I need to get another one. So I may try to pick up one of those tonight, too. All right, So we got that. Now we're going to put on this Catrice Under Eye Brightener. Okay. Oh, I have. Where are you? There we go. Yeah. Nope, that's for the powder. Okay, we're just gonna use the fingers, which is what I normally do. Okay, it helps a little bit. Not a lot, but a little, I guess. Let's see here. I got the sun coming in from the window, and I've tried every angle. There's nothing I can do to get rid of it, so we just have to deal with it. All right, so we got that on. Now for foundation, I am going to use this Yenza Super Serum Silk Foundation, Vitamin C plus E, Ferulic Acid, Bakuchiol that I got in an Ipsy glam bag. I'm going to use some of this today. I'll just put it on the back of my hand. And it looks like that. And I am going to, what am I going to do? That's it. I was going to put some bronzing drops on, but I don't think so, not today. All right, got that on. Now I need my Sigma. I'm going to use my Sigma foundation brush, my flat kabuki brush. I'm going to use that. And we're going to work on getting this in there. And I will probably speed this part up because you know how to put foundation on. So I'll probably speed this part up. All right, so that is that, and it kind of settles the lines. I've used this once before. It's not my favorite, but I need to use it, so we're using it today. All right, so we got the foundation on. Okay, now what do I want to do next? Blush. No. Use a little bit of powder next. That's what I want to do. And I am going to use my Beauty Creations BYE Fitter Translucent Dream Powder. Yep, I'm going to use that. And what I do, first I take a little puff and I just kind of make sure I get it in my T-zone good. Because, let's face it, it's hot and I sweat like the dickens. Hot flashes are horrible. Especially when you have had a total complete hysterectomy. So you have surgical menopause, which I'm beginning to think never goes away. I have a doctor's appointment on Monday to talk to him about that and to get refill of my estrogen patches because my prescription ran out. Yeah, not good. All right, so then let's just take a brush, big fluffy brush, and just kind of Work that in. Something like that. Now we're going to use some bronzer. I've got these two that I got out for the fall that I wanted to use, or for August that I wanted to use. I don't know. I think we're going to use the NYX one today. The NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in All Butted Up. Oops, All Butted Up. I think I'm going to use that one today. And I like to use just a fluffy brush. This is, I can't remember if this is a BH Cosmetics or a Morphe brush because it's worn off. But anyway, and I don't know, I probably don't do this right, but it works for me, so I don't worry about it. Got a little too much, a little too heavy-handed, I do believe. But I'll fix that here in a minute. So let's see if I can take this and blend it out better. Okay, you know what? I want to put a little bit of that on the nose. All right, that works for me. Oh, and there went something. That works for me. I'm trying to figure out the light. Do I need the... It's a little too much, I think. Okay, that works for me. So we got that on. Now I want to do some blush. What blush do I want to use today? Got these, and I've got my Fruit Flute. No, I don't want to use Fruit Flute. I think I'm going to use the ColourPop Secret Crush blush today. Find the brush to use. We'll use this one. That's not very big though, is it? Well, I need to wash my brushes that I use for blush because they're dirty. Well, I just keep dropping everything. Okay, I'll just use this one. This is a BH Cosmetics brush. We'll use this one. I just want to go lightly with it. Put that on. Did I ask you if you had plans for the weekend? I don't remember if I did or not, but let me know down in the comments if you do. All right, I know I told you what we had planned, so I may have asked you that already. I tend to get a little heavy-handed with the blush, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. I got the blush on. I'm going to do some blending a little bit more. Blend it out just a little bit. Okay. Put a little bit on the nose. Maybe too much. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna finish up these eyes, and then we'll come back and maybe do a highlighter and a lippy. So hang tight. So I finished up the eyes, went ahead and got those done. So let's just see what I did for those, and then we're gonna do a lippy here in a minute. So when I went off, I kind of, I blended it a little bit more, and my eye is watering, so that's coming off. It surely is, isn't it? Anyway. That's weird. Why is it coming off? Well, let's just fix that, shall we? Probably should have used a glitter glue, I bet you. But anyway, I didn't. All right. We're going to call it good. I'll have my glasses on anyway. So I finished up the eyes. So I used the ColourPop color sticks in Cold Girl Metallic in my inner corner. Which my eyes are watering and it's coming off, but that's okay. Then I used the Rare Beauty eyeliner, the black, and yeah, I didn't realize that anyway, you can't once you put it up, you can't put it back down. But I do like this eyeliner. I used it on the upper eyelid, the upper lid. Use that eyeliner. Then down below, I used the this olivey green underneath. Used that. Okay, we're done with this. Then I used what little bit I could get out of. I'm just going to drop everything. This L'Oreal Voluminous Eyelash Primer. I got a little bit out of this. I've got to get one tonight. Got to get one because it's gone. So that's going to go in the empties. Use that. And then I used my KVD Full Sleeve 2B Mascara in black. And this is about use this up too, but I got a little bit more left in it. That. Then for my brows, I used the Anastasia Brow Definer in Soft Brown. Looks like that in soft brown. And then I used the NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel to kind of hold them in place a little bit and fluff them up. Use that. For my highlighter, I used my Juvia's Place Starstruck highlighter. She's so pretty. Such a pretty highlighter. It doesn't take much either. She's a beautiful highlighter. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. Didn't put it on my nose. Put that on my nose. Okay. Now let's do some lips. I'm not sure if these are going to match, but we're going to try it. I'm going to use the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Good and Plenty. This is what I don't like about the ColourPop Lippy Pencils. Look at that. I've had these for a while, and I've gotten rid of a lot of them, but I've kept a few, but I don't know. I may end up finding other eyeliners from different brands and replacing these because that's irritating. But anyway, let's go ahead and line the lips. I'm not very good at this, so don't judge. All right. And then for the lippy, I'm going to use my Revlon Bullet Lipstick in Iced Mocha. I'm going to use that in Iced Mocha, I think. Yep. And they don't really go together. But that's okay, because by the time I get ready to go out this evening, I'll need to put something else on anyway, and I'll just do something different. But there we go. Then put that back, and this is it. This will be my finished look. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I don't think it looks bad. I like the eyeshadow, but you know what I don't like? Look at this. It is already coming off. I should have put on a little bit of glitter glue. Is what I should have done. I'll remember that for next time for sure. But anyway, this is what she looks like. See that highlighter? Isn't she pretty? She's so pretty. So pretty. All right, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. And I gotta go. I got things I gotta get done today. And I'm sure you do too. So, take care. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.